Good morning. Today we have start here for the new glands, two glands. One of them is the smallest gland called as the pineal gland, whereas the other is largest endocrine gland called as a thyroid gland. So today we have start here of the pineal gland. We have in detail studied about the pituitary gland and their hormone, their structure, their disorders, all these are completed in the last grade. Today we have start for the pineal gland, a small gland present in the brain, particularly nervous system. So this brain consists of this small gland called as a pineal gland. But it is a much more important gland. In earlier days, it is supposed that the pineal gland is nothing but the third eye of human or man. But nowadays it is clear that this concept is discarded, and nowadays it is clear that this gland is an endocrine gland. Such a gland, it has an ectodermal in origin, and such gland which has a location in the particularly roof of diencephalon. We have studied diencephalon in detail. It is one of the part of the brain, and to the anteriormost or on the roof, particularly diencephalon, it has particularly two cerebral hemispheres above the diencephalon, and between the two cerebral hemisphere, the particularly pineal gland is present. So this is the location of this pineal gland. Very small gland, just like a only spot. So such a type of gland, small gland, is called as a pineal gland. Structurally, it is very small gland, and particularly it consists of two types of cells. One type of cell is called as pinealocytes, or it may be called as the parenchyma cells also. And second type of cells, they are neuroglial cells. Such two types of cells are present in the pineal gland. Pineal gland is sensitive to biochemical signals of light. It means that whenever there is a darkness, there is much more secretion of this gland. And when the light is continued, then its secretion decreases. So it is very sensitive to the light. The hormones secreted by the pineal gland, the first hormone is serotonin, and the second and important hormone is melatonin. We know that the serotonin acts as a vasoconstrictor, whereas it constricts the vessels and help for the increase in blood pressure, whereas the melatonin is the hormone which is particularly control the biological rhythm. This melatonin hormone, which is derived from the amino acid tryptophan, and such a type of biological rhythm, sleep and wake cycle, they are controlled. And it means that when in the night, when we sleep, the timing when get changed. After some days, we become habitual for sleep as well as awakening from the sleep. So this cycle of life is maintained by the hormone melatonin. So this sleep and wake cycle, it also regulates the body temperature particularly. It also plays an important role in reproductive cycle maintaining, as well as it works against MSH. It means that the MSH hormone, particularly melanocyte stimulating hormone, this hormone work for the darker the skin, whereas the melatonin help for fair the skin. Though fair the skin, this melatonin hormone is also used. In certain cases, by exceptional means or by accidental means, if the pineal gland does not work properly or it secrete less deficient hormone, then what happens? The person is suffering from depression, whereas the person is also suffering from sexual dysfunctioning. So such a type of effect occurs in pineal gland. In Ayurveda, ancient medicine system, and in nowadays, the pineal gland has a much more study, because this is the gland which is very helpful in case of meditation also, in case of working in darkness also. So particularly a question may be asked in your NEET exam, that the blind person has an early maturity because of this pineal gland. Remember that. So it may be asked in your NEET exam. So this is the gland. In your board exam, it may be asked for the 2 marks. Remember that it is ectodermal. It is present at the roof of diencephalon. It has 2 types of cells structurally. The pinealocytes and neuroglial cell, it is sensitive to the light and it secretes the hormone serotonin and melatonin. It works for biological rhythm, particularly called as a circadian biological rhythms. It works for the sleep and wake cycle. It maintains body temperature. It maintains reproductive cycle. And if they are secreted in deficiency, then the depression and sexual dysfunction occurs. So this is all about the small gland, pineal gland. Then we turn towards the next gland, that is called as a thyroid gland. Now thyroid gland is a shield-shaped gland, the largest endocrine gland. Particularly, such a type of gland, it has a location, particularly in the neck region. So thyroid gland is present in the neck region. It is present below the larynx. We know that larynx is an important voice box in the human being, and it will be increased in size during puberty, and we called it as Adam's apple. So such a type of thyroid gland is present below the larynx. It is present ventrolateral to the trachea, ventrolateral to trachea, particularly second to fourth ring of trachea. They are present from particularly cervical fifth vertebra to thoracic first vertebra. The gland is situated. So this gland is located in the neck region particularly. Such a type of gland, it has an origin, is endodermal in origin. In case of weight, it is 25 to 30 grams in weight, and its size near about 5 by 3 by 2 centimeter. It means the height of the gland is 5 centimeter, the width of the gland is 3 centimeter, and the thickness of gland is 2 centimeter. When we draw the diagram, it is found that such a type of larynx is present, and this is the trachea, such a type of. The C-shaped rings are present in trachea. And to below the larynx, such a type of gland, bilobed gland is present. So it is reddish brown in color, H-shaped gland, it has two lobes. The right lobe, just like this, the right lobe and the left lobe. Two lobes are present, highly supplied with the blood vessels, and therefore it is called as a vascular gland. Remember. So highly supplied with the blood vessels, and it has connected by, so these are connected by such a type of non-glandular part. It is connected by such a type of non-glandular part. This non-glandular part is called as isthmus. Remember that this is the simple part which is formed from the simple connective tissue. So simple connective tissue is present between the two lobes, that is called as a isthmus. So such a type of bilobed gland is present in the neck region, and that is called as a thyroid gland. Now thyroid gland, it has a very simple structure. It has a butterfly-like shape. It is present below the neck region and many others. But when we study the histology of such gland, then it is found that histologically the thyroid gland is consisting of, when we take the transverse section of any one lobe, either right lobe or left lobe, we occur that thyroid gland is covered by such a type of thyroid capsule. Now what happens? Such a type of thyroid capsule is sense septa inside, just like this. It means that it creates the lobule inside, and such lobules, they consist of such a type of rounded structure, just like this. This rounded structure, they are called as thyroid follicles. It is also called as the structural and functional unit of thyroid gland. Such a type of near about, all follicles are near about in strength 300 millions of follicles present in a single gland. Remember. So such rounded thyroid follicles are present in the lobules. Now each thyroid follicle, so we have drawn here just like this. Single thyroid follicle is lined by such a type of follicular cells. These are nothing but the cuboidal epithelial cells. Cuboidal epithelial cells, being the follicle called as the cuboidal follicular cells. The main ability of these cells is that in their hypoactivity, they become flat in structure. They become squamous. Whereas in their hyperactivity, they become columnar. In normal cases, they are cuboidal epithelia. So this is the main peculiarity of this gland. It has a different inner and outer membrane, and being vascular, many blood vessels are present in between the follicles, and the iodine from the blood is given into the follicles, and the follicular cuboidal cells, they secrete such a type of substance. This is called as a colloid, and this is made up of thyroglobulin. So particularly the colloid is made up of from thyroglobulin. It is precursor of hormone thyroxine. So particularly the cuboidal follicular cells, they secrete the substance thyroglobulin. Remember that in between the thyroid follicles there are small cells just like this. These are parallel to the follicle, therefore it is called as a parafollicular cells, or it may be called as C cells. It may be called as C cells. So particularly thyroglobulin is present in this thyroid follicle. Now it secretes the hormone, particularly the three hormones. The first one is T3, second one is T4, and third hormone is secreted by parafollicular cells, that is called as thyrocalcitonin. Thyrocalcitonin. So such a type of hormone, they are nothing but the iodinated derivatives of amino acid tyrosine. So such a type of amino acid tyrosine, when iodine molecules attach to that tyrosine, it forms first of all single amino iodine, hence it is called as mono, then tyrosine. So such a type of, and then mono and di, they combine together and they form here particularly triiodothyronine. Two diiodotyrosine particularly combine together and they form tetraiodothyronine, in which 4 molecules of iodine is present. Here 3 molecules of iodine. Basically, functionally, they are similar in majority of the respect. But what happens in certain cases, T3 is different. Particularly, T3 is more active and unstable, secreted in small quantity. T4 is more potent hormone. It is a stable hormone and it is secreted in large quantity. Sometimes what happens, this T3 is also converted into T4. Being it stable, this T4 is called as thyroxine hormone. T4 is called as thyroxine hormone and it works for the human body. The parafollicular cells which are present in between the thyroid follicles, they secrete the hormone thyrocalcitonin. In short, it is called as a TCT. Now, this TCT maintains particularly calcium level in the blood. So particularly it decreases the calcium level in the blood. So such a type of thyrocalcitonin is secreted by parafollicular cells and hence they are called as C cells. So these are nothing but the hormones secreted by thyroid gland. Today we have to learn here what is meant by the tetraiodothyronine. Means we have to study here the role of this first hormone that is called as thyroxine. Remember, from the development of human being and their child, it is much more important hormone, and hence the thyroxine hormone is called as the main metabolic hormone. It works for the all metabolic activities in the human being which are required for growth, repair and tissue differentiation. And that's why such a type of hormone, thyroxine hormone, is called as the main metabolic hormone. The important function performed by this hormone is it maintains basal metabolic rate. It deals with the metabolism of protein, carbohydrates and fats also, and therefore it maintains basal metabolic rate. It also increases the glucose oxidation. Particularly, in other words, we say that respiration. And it also helps in energy production. It also increases the energy production. And this type of effect is called as calorogenic effect. So remember, it may be asked in board or the NEET exam, which of the following hormone has calorogenic effect. So remember, the thyroxine hormone has calorogenic effect. Now, such a type of hormone which also play important role in thermoregulation, body temperature regulation, then it also help in RBC production. Particularly, the thyroxine play important role in physical growth of the body, particularly mental growth of the body, then sexual growth of the body is also depend upon the thyroxine. Imagine if the thyroxine is secreted in less quantity, then the physical growth affected, mental growth affected, as well as sexual growth is also affected. So, such a type of important hormone. It also functions for tissue differentiation. The specialization of tissue is also carried out by the thyroxine hormone. In case of amphibians, particularly the frog lays eggs inside the water, the eggs hatch and a tadpole larva comes outside. This tadpole larva gradually converted into the adult frog. So tadpole larva is just like a fish, and gradually it has to be developed into a frog. Gradually, this process is called as a metamorphosis, and this metamorphosis is carried out by the thyroid gland. So thyroid gland secrete important hormone thyroxine, and this thyroxine has a much more important role, particularly in physical, mental and sexual growth. Along with that, it also controls the heart rate, the blood pressure, the respiration rate, the cardiac output and body temperature. So all these are controlled and regulated by the thyroxine hormone. So thyroxine hormone, which plays very important role in the development of human being. So this is all about the external morphology, structure and function and the role of thyroxine hormone about the thyroid gland. So student, today what we have learned? We have learned about the pineal gland. Then we have learned about the thyroid gland, its location, its origin, its structure, its histology of the thyroid gland, the hormones secreted by the thyroid gland, and the role of its important hormone that is called as a thyroxine. In the next period, we will see the hormones and their role. If they are secreted in deficiency, then what happens? If they are secreted in excess, then what happens, that will be studied in the next grade. Thank you once again.